Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, did not leave us helpless. He warned us of the Dajjal, and he also gave us weapons of protection, shields of faith, prayers, and clear instructions on how to survive. This is not just history. This is survival. The Prophet said, "Whoever memorizes the first 10 verses of Surah al-Kahf will be protected from the trial of the Dajjal." Surah al-Kahf is the 18th chapter of the Quran. It tells the story of young believers who fled with their faith, of a man deceived by wealth, of Musa and Khidr, and of Dhul-Qarnayn, who built a barrier against Gog and Magog. Each story carries lessons against pride, against deception, and against falsehood, the very weapons of the Dajjal. By reciting and reflecting on the first 10 verses of Surah al-Kahf, the believer's heart is fortified against his illusions. The Prophet also taught us a prayer to be recited in every salah before finishing with salam. When one of you finishes the last tashahhud, let him seek refuge with Allah from 4 things, saying, "O Allah, I seek refuge in you from the punishment of hell, from the punishment of the grave, from the trials of life and death, and from the evil of the trial of the false Messiah." This short du'a, repeated every day, wraps the believer in Allah's protection. The Prophet also warned, "Whoever hears of the Dajjal, let him keep away from him, for a man will come to him thinking he is a believer, but will end up following him because of the doubts he stirs." This is a warning against arrogance. No one should think themselves too strong to face him. The safest choice is to avoid him entirely. And the Prophet said, "There is no town which the Dajjal will not enter, except Makkah and Medina. At every path leading to them, there are angels standing guard. The 2 sacred cities are divinely protected. Angels guard every gate. The Dajjal will not be able to enter." So what are the Prophet's survival instructions? Hold firmly to the Quran, especially Surah al-Kahf. Recite the daily du'a of protection. Stay far from the Dajjal and his deceptions. And know that Allah has stationed angels to guard his sacred lands, Makkah and Medina. The deception is mighty, but the protection of Allah is stronger. But even with all these protections, there remains a moment foretold, a moment when the world reaches its darkest hour, when the Dajjal roams freely, spreading deception across the earth. And in that moment, Allah will send the one who ends his tyranny, the true Messiah, Isa ibn Maryam, the one who returns with justice, the one whom the Dajjal fears, the one whose very breath destroys falsehood. Next, we witness the final confrontation, the encounter of the true Messiah and the false Messiah.